Hello Libra, welcome to this reading. We are going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Libra for the rest of March. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, Libra, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you for this mid-March update, and we'll be looking at the rest of March. All right, do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Libra. Let's go ahead and get all of the cards out here on the board. Okay, and yes, we will be in our retrograde period here, just really right around as the reading is released, so no need to stress about it, but just something to be aware of. Communication mishaps maybe could be on the table, but again, no need to stress. All right, and sorry about that, Libra. I had to make sure the camera was set up and everything. Anyway, all right, so let's go ahead and get into this reading. Energy on the bottom. You do have the Temperance card. So Temperance is an energy of Sagittarius. This can also talk about how potentially some of you are looking to alchemize something into your life. You're looking to bring some life into, bring something into life here during the rest of March. It's a very positive card as well for sort of healing. It's one of these cards that you want to see if you're looking at health in a tarot reading, because it can indicate a turnaround in health or a turnaround in a situation. Reason being is the Temperance card comes after the transformation of the Death card, so it's a very, very positive card. And sometimes it may talk about also like obviously needing to have like temperance, but needing to have like mediation or around arguments or conflicts as well, like mediating a conflict or just trying to sort of stay level-headed or calm, cool, and collected, you could say. But overall, it seems like you have an incredible reading here to wrap out the month of March, and it definitely seems like there are some love timelines here for many of you, Libra. You are ruled by Venus, but there's also some other energies here as well. So let's go ahead and dive into this. In the middle position here, you do have the Sun card. So the Sun card represents total happiness in the tarot. And in fact, this is an incredibly positive sign for you when you have it in the middle position, because as I always say, this middle position is the most important position in this tarot spread because it spills into the rest of the cards. So what that means, is basically this energy is affecting all of the cards in the spread. But also, if you read more about the Sun card amplifies the positive messages of cards around it, and it negates the negative or challenging aspects of cards around it. So for you, you have really a overarching theme of positivity, success, and there's a real gravity to you right now. If you look, obviously the planets are revolving around the sun. There's a real gravity to your situation right now. And it may even feel like there's a connection, there's a love situation here that feels pretty big for you during the rest of March. Some of you may be working out any sort of challenges in your relationship situation. I definitely see some healthy communication. I think some of you may also be taking bold steps in your relationship. I also think that some of you are going to feel very positive about an action that you take at some point during the end of March here. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive into this more. So in the first column, you have the High Priestess, the Lovers, and the Knight of Swords. So here is this action card, right? The Knight of Swords can talk about springing into action very quickly. It says that sometimes in life we need to work at the gut level, right? Our gut instinctual level. It's true that there are times where we don't have the ability or we're unable to gather all of the facts before we have to take an action, right? And sometimes things are just thrown onto our plate, right? And it's this idea of kind of being quick-witted. It's this idea of sometimes needing to spring into action and generally take action. So I see some of you here in March taking a very positive action as you have this Sun card. Now, what I will say is because you have the Seven of Swords in this diagonal, ending out this diagonal here, you have the Knight of Swords, the Sun, and the Seven of Swords. Be careful about the words that you choose, okay? Be careful about the words that you choose, because sometimes we can sort of slip up and say something that we later regret. And this is definitely an energy that is showing up here on the board. So I think this is probably around a significant love union or partnership. What else do I have here? I also see that, obviously, with the Lovers here, your relationship seems to be in plain view here. It seems to be a very important theme for many of the Libras that are here in this reading. I don't necessarily think I'm talking to single Libras. Single Libras, you do have the Two of Cups, but I would like to see the Page or the Ace of Cups with that to really solidify this idea of a new love coming into your life. It may take some time if you are single, but there needs to be some sort of like, something needs to be sort of like brought to the surface in the relationship energy right now, is because you have this High Priestess. The High Priestess is somebody who's like coming out of the water, as you see here, with some new information or even some secrets. The High Priestess can indicate secrets in the tarot. There may be something that's hidden from you here with the High Priestess and the Seven of Swords in these upper corners that comes to light, or you may also reveal a secret or a motive or something like this here as well. And this could provide some healing in the relationship. Now, let's go ahead and move to the middle column here. You have the Three of Cups, the Sun, and the Strength card. You could be dealing with a Leo, but I also think that some of you, whether you're here for a relationship and love or you're here for something else, I see that you're going to be having some event throughout the rest of March that is going to be like you're going to be meeting with your social circle, or you're going to be traveling, or you're going to be attending a party, or maybe even a company event. Something is going to bring an immense amount of joy for you at some point in the rest of March. So if you have any plans that you've already set coming into this reading, it seems like this will go very, very well for you, as you have this Three of Cups here. Three of Cups is your social circle, it's other people, but it's really a celebration. The thing is that's interesting is, with the Seven of Swords and the Three of Cups, sometimes readers, and myself included, I sometimes do this, it can signify like a third party situation where you or your partner is involved with another person. But the thing about that is, in a reading like this with the Sun in the middle, the Sun is negating that negative aspect. So I don't necessarily see that happening here for you, okay? What I see instead is maybe there's a group trip, or you are maybe doing like a double date, or something like this. You might be just involved with other people, not romantically, but other people are involved in your situation here. For the people here in their career, because most people who come to my readings are here for career stuff, what I will say is there seems to be a lot of energy that you're putting into something. Okay, you seem to have some real gravity. You seem to have a lot of things in motion in your career and whatever it is that you do for work. And I see that continuing to sort of like a boulder going downhill. Like the momentum is going to keep increasing. You're going to keep increasing your momentum. I see a boulder going downhill right now, and you're going to be building on the momentum in your career or in your business throughout the rest of this March, okay, this month of March. And you could bring some extremely positive developments into your career situation, particularly as you close out the month or even as you go into April. The Strength card says power forward with something. I also think some of you are dealing with a Leo, or maybe even another fire sign, as you have the Sag card, the Leo card here as well. You also have a Gemini, perhaps a Pisces as well. But the Strength card says power up and power forward. Some of you are powering up something in your career or in your life here, and this will bring some positive developments. In the final column, you have the Seven of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Two of Cups. So there's definitely something being revealed in the relationship here. Ultimately, it seems positive. The High Priestess I'm looking at as like secrets. Excuse me, like secrets coming to light, The Sun just radiating total happiness and positivity. And then the Two of Cups is my favorite love card in the tarot. It's like two souls who are coming together, or two souls that need to learn something from each other, which oftentimes is the case in relationship stuff. Okay, so this seems like any secrets or hidden information that's revealed in the relationship ultimately is positive, so that you can, not be in the dark. One of the two of you can, or both of you, do not have to be in the dark around something. In the career area, as I said, you're picking up momentum. You have a real gravity to yourself in your career and in your business. And this could bring about a destined or fated opportunity here. With the Wheel of Fortune showing up. The Wheel of Fortune is basically saying that there will be an opportunity that comes your way, and you can choose to take it or not. But it is a destined choice that you have here on the board, especially as you have the Lover's card, which can, outside of relationship stuff, it can indicate a choice that you need to make in the tarot. The Seven of Swords does talk about strategy, okay? It talks about building a strategy. I think some of you are game planning and building strategy in your career. It is a card, though, of deception and backstabbing in a negative context. But again, with the Sun card here, it seems this reading is extremely, extremely positive. So why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more here and see what we have going on for you during this time. So we're going to go ahead and start off by getting a bunch of oracle cards here. Let's take a look at the energy on the bottom. You have Shapeshifter, Transform, and Unveil your gifts. Okay. So I don't see any skill cards on the board, but we're going to be doing some clarifications of these cards here in just a second. Okay, so you have, wow, look at this. You have Traveler, Move in a New Direction, as well as Spring, See Your Seeds Grow. Well, we are basically in springtime now, or we're about to be in spring here. And I do see, I even said, like with this Three of Cups, I do see some of you potentially traveling. It's going to be very positive, particularly if you have already like booked your tickets prior to March 15th. This should go very, very well for you with the Traveler energy here. If you have booked your tickets after March 15th, it's not that it's going to go horribly. There just might be some delays because of the retrograde, but any travel plans seem to be very, very healthy and positive here for Libras at this time. And I see this spring time being one that could be very prosperous for you. You then here have Magic Guardian, unlock the magic within. Okay, so if you feel a little reticent about talking through any sort of like issues or conversations that you need to have, this is an opportunity to go within and say, hey, let's have this conversation. You have Trader, exchange energy to create abundance, and Hunter, track down your fears and desires. It's interesting with this Trader card. I'm just looking at it at face value. I need to, I believe this is just about this idea of like give and take from this Oracle deck, this idea that the energy that you put out into the world it comes back to you in some way, shape, or form. It's like this idea of trading your time, your energy, your resources, your abundance with other people. But I'm looking at this and I am thinking about the markets right now. The markets are definitely going through a challenging period, especially as we have the eclipse season here. I'm not a financial advisor. I can't give you financial advice, but it's something that is coming in. Some of you may be looking at your financial stuff, like your investments that you have at this time. Let's go ahead and take a look at clarifying these cards with even more tarot cards here. And see what we have. Okay, sorry, I have to flip the deck here. You have Eight of Swords, Two of Swords, and the Hierophants. Okay. Yeah, you're in the dark. Some of you are in the dark about something very clearly. Either you or your person. There are important conversations that need to be had. Okay, one of the two of you needs to get a weight off your chest with the Eight of Swords and the Two of Swords. It's blindfold energy in the tarot. Two of Swords in particular says that you're maybe finding it hard to express yourself, and the Eight of Swords may say that you feel trapped in something. So I think the way through here is communication for you, Libra. Yeah, I think the way through here is communication and not backing down from conflict or confrontation. It doesn't need to be a heated confrontation, but with the Strength card, I see that you're having positive, healthy communication at this time, particularly as it relates to your romantic interest or the person you are involved with. The Hierophant would suggest that maybe some of you in your career or your organization also need to talk about some things, because the Hierophant can talk about large organizations, traditional organizations. This could be your, like, a big company maybe that you work for, a company that you work for. It could also be around churches and universities. There may be, or like other religious practice areas. This may mean that you need to talk with somebody about something, but the key thing here is with the Knight of Swords, it's important to make sure you strike a delicate balance with the words that you're using, Like, it's sort of like, say what you need to say, but is there a way that you can do it where you don't burn bridges type of deal? Yeah, for sure. Now, what I'll also say is this can be a card that indicates elders in your family, or just elders generally, so grandparents, I guess parents as well, but it's typically like grandparents. Just elders in your family. So there may also be something there for some of you. Let's see what else we have. Maybe you are also the elder as well, and maybe you have to have a conversation. You have Justice, the World, and Queen of Cups. Well, the Sun and the World, it's really hard to beat that combination in the tarot. It's really quite positive to find this. The World's the last card. It says you're completing something huge here in March. If this reading is for you, I also see some of you doing international travel. It is definitely a card of international situations and travel for sure. Definitely like travel by plane. With the Sun, whatever is coming to a close, whatever is wrapping up is pretty big, but it's very, very positive, right? So whatever the outcome, this is important for you in your soul's timeline. So whatever is closing out is extremely, extremely important for you. With the Queen of Cups and the Strength card, this is definitely the universe doubling down on this idea that any sort of conflicts should be handled in a emotionally mature way. Obviously, sometimes we get heated, right? And emotions happen. I'm not saying that you should invalidate any sort of emotions, but the Queen of Cups is a very, very positive, very, very skilled mediator of conflict, especially as you have the Temperance card. You could say that the Queen of Cups is like the traditional therapist in the tarot. And this is definitely showing up, as well as the Justice card, which is your energy, okay? The Justice card is the Libra card. And with the Three of Cups, it seems like maybe some of you are looking to balance out how much time you're giving to a particular, maybe, like, some of you may be a little bit emotionally drained when, like, I'm trying to say this in the right way. I think some of you are maybe needing to take a break or escape from a group of people, right? Maybe some of you are just feeling energetically drained from always being with your, family or your friends or whatever close circle that you're with. Some of you may need to take a break, right? Being in a group, right? Being in public, being in being around people can sometimes maybe get emotionally or energetically draining for you. And this could come up. But the thing is, with the Three of Cups here, I felt like there's a really healthy social situation happening. So the Justice card can talk about your karma and also about striking a balance in some area in your life. Let's see what else here. But since it's your energy, that is definitely an interesting message that came to mind here. You have the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands, and you also have the Nine of Wands. Okay, so some of you may meet this fated opportunity, like this destiny that's coming forward for you with some resistance. The Five of Wands can represent resistance. It is a card of conflict. I did feel conflict here, but remember, we've got the energy of the Sun in the middle. So I'm confident that this will be resolved in a healthy, positive way for you. But there may be an opportunity that comes forward here for you towards the end of March, maybe beginning of April, and you may approach this with some resistance. Maybe you are in disbelief that this is available to you. Many people walk through life in disbelief, like, oh, I don't deserve that, or whatever. And I feel like the universe is telling you to go for it here with the Knight of Swords and the Strength card. Okay, particularly as it relates to your career. Again, I see you building momentum in your career. You have the Nine of Wands, which is another card of resistance. There's something in the relationship situation here that's causing some resistance, okay? And I think I'm going to keep saying what I'm saying. It is about a conversation, okay? And I would say don't be afraid to be many people are conflict avoidant. I'm a Libra. Many of you know that. I think Libras are typically conflict avoidant, but we're also very capable of, seeing both sides of a situation. And maybe you can tap into that skill that you have as a Libra. Libras are actually incredible mediators as well. Yeah. So maybe you can come up with the right way to handle any sort of conflict, particularly in relationship situations. And for some of you, in the business context as well. And this may be connected to an earth sign or a fire sign, as well as you have the Queen of Pentacles and then the Leo and the Sagittarius card here as well. Energy on the bottom is the Five of Swords. This can talk about a temporary defeat, but the key word here is temporary for you because you have just absolutely incredible positive energy in this rest of March with that Sun card in the middle. So let's see what else we have here. Let's go ahead and get some Kipper cards. Now, this card here fell out, so we're going to take that. So you have toil and labor, and then we'll add another one here. Child, imprisonment, official person, occupation, journey, and the gift card. Okay, so maybe there's a conversation around, for the younger people here, maybe there's a conversation around family building or starting a family. Or there's also maybe a conflict with one of your children, right, that you have to work through. Some of you may have that. Yeah, some of you may have that, definitely, if you already have children. And, you can trust yourself that you can handle this as well. Now, there's this feeling of being trapped in this reading with the Eight of Swords and the imprisonment card. I don't read the imprisonment card as actual jailing. I read it as feeling trapped in a situation, okay? And you have that especially with the Eight of Swords. So there's something that you have to get out of, and I think that you get out of it by speaking your mind. With Journey and the just the feeling of like you taking a trip or being engaged in travel here, it definitely seems really healthy for you. Official person, gift, there's maybe a pay bump or a bonus happening for some of you in your career or in your field. If you're a business owner, you may find a way to maybe add a little bonus for yourself, maybe a way to increase your revenue or something like this. But your career also looks very, very positive. So overall, I love this reading for us Libras. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.